Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Justin and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video where today we have the v7.01 patch notes, and with it brings the Infinity Blade melee weapon in Fortnite Battle Royale. So we've been talking about this thing for the past few days and it's finally getting added into Battle Royale. So make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel and ring those bells so you don't miss gameplay of this the second the servers go live. But regardless, let's jump into the actual patch notes and new additions to Battle Royale. Starting with the Close Encounters LTM, it is finally back. Shotguns and jetpacks are back in this LTM. So the only weapons in this mode are shotgun variants. Jetpacks and heavy shotguns can be found in chests and supply drops. Other shotgun variants are spawned as floor loot. The storm moves in more quickly than normal at mid to late game. A typical match is about 15 minutes, and stats are enabled for this mode, so that's pretty interesting there. But moving on to what we all want to know about, the Infinity Blade weapon in Fortnite. So this mythic melee weapon can be found at Polar Peak. The primary fire delivers a powerful sword slash. It deals big damage to enemies and destroys structures in one blow. Okay, apparently it does 75 damage to players, by the way. I was guessing 80, so I was very, very close. Alternate fire allows the player to leap great distances. I totally called that to destroying objects in its path. Upon landing, it delivers damage and a knock-up to nearby players. A knock-up? We're getting people pregnant now? Regardless, that's 25 damage. The wielder of the sword is also granted additional abilities. So what in the world? You have an increased pool of health and shield, so you get 200 for a total of 400 health. You get regen of health over time, up to max health and shield, 1 HP per second. An instant burst of effective health upon elim, so when you get a kill with this sword, you get 50 HP instantly, and you move at 130% of your speed. This thing is insane. Again, I'm going to have gameplay of this weapon the second the servers go live, but it sounds like it's going to be god tier. Let's see, the first player to pull the Infinity Blade from its pedestal will be instantly healed to full health and shields. So if you're rushing in there, you get like down to 3 health when you're trying to grab it. You pull it out, boom, you're maxed up. If a player picks up the Infinity Blade, all other inventory items aside from materials will be dropped. When the wielder of the blade picks up an item aside from mats, the Infinity Blade will be dropped. The Infinity Blade will be dropped when the wielder is knocked out or elimed, and only 1 Infinity Blade will appear per match. I think Ninja was calling that, so this thing is going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait to get it in my hands and see how this works. It's kind of like a mini Thanos. That's what it reminds me of. You're literally a mini Thanos with this thing. It's going to be insane, guys. Moving on to gameplay, we have the planes, the X4 Stormwing. When the plane is shot down, the driver and all passengers will now take 25 damage from the explosion. We definitely needed that. It was a little bit too overpowered, taking no damage whatsoever in those planes, and a few bug fixes right here. So we have a lot of stuff with creative, and when I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. A few things to take note of is they've added a 5th island specifically for the block, so it's going to have those exact specifications for that. They have added 4 featured island rifts. We don't know what exactly these featured islands will be as of yet, but I'll try and get that to you guys as soon as the servers go live. A ton of bug fixes. They have added 6 new lucky landing prefabs. They have a few new devices. So one is the item spawner. You can drop any item on this device to have it spawn 1 item at a time during games. They have the player checkpoint plate, so run across the checkpoint during any game, and the next time you die, you'll respawn there, so it's good for obstacle courses, things like that. The player spawn device can now be customized to spawn only players on a specific team number, which is great. Again, more bug fixes. Gameplay-wise, they have starting health can now be set to invincible in the My Island menu. Building damage in-game can be disabled to prevent island structure being damaged in-game, which is probably for the better. You can also block building, so players will not be able to build when you're in-game, which again could be really good for obstacle courses, things like that for no cheating. With that, bug fixes, of course. We have collision, we have a grid snap. The phone settings are now remembered as you move between your islands or respawn, which is great. Vehicles can no longer be deleted when players are using them. And of course, bug fixes with that as well. In terms of flying, you can now switch to fly while your glider is deployed. Thank you, that was the most obnoxious thing when trying to create things or just even respawning. It was very, very, very obnoxious. bug fixes with that again. And we have some teams, so now players will be on the same team when entering a server. Players who join a session in progress will be added to Team 1. Players on the same team will now see team identifiers during a game, and they removed a redundant team spawn pads option, which is always good. Again, bug fixes, that's happening with everything here as it makes sense. They fixed not being able to stack Porta Fortress grenades in creative, and they've done some things with UI and social performance, mobile, always they have things going on with that. So guys, that is everything we have for the Battle Royale side of things. Honestly, not too much was changed. Most of it was creative, which does make sense because it is an early release, and they need to really narrow down those bug fixes and add more and more cooler features for us. But still, the Infinity Blade is coming out here soon. I cannot wait for it. Again, guys, make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on the gameplay of this thing when it does drop. I'll probably get some Playgrounds gameplay, and then I'll try my hardest to jump into an actual public match and grab it there. But regardless, that is everything we have for today. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and of course, share this video around. And without further ado, I will talk to you all later. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.